Welcome to this explainer. Okay, buying your first car here in India, it is literally a dream come true. But let's be real for a second. It can also turn into a massive financial nightmare if you aren't perfectly prepared. So today, we're going to take that overwhelming fear of losing lakhs of rupees and we're going to flip it into a confident, educated purchase. And we're using the ultimate 2026 guide from MotoMotar to do exactly that. Let's get into it. We've got to start with a really hard truth right off the bat. The final on-road price you're actually going to pay, it's going to be 15 to 25% higher than that Ex-showroom sticker price you've been staring at online. It's a huge jump, and you really don't want to let this massive gap catch you off guard, because it traps almost every first-time buyer. To demystify all of this, we've broken it down into a clear 4-step roadmap. First up, budgeting the real cost. Second, choosing your perfect car. Third, negotiation and car finance. And finally, registration and final checks.
All right, step 1, budgeting the real cost. We need to look way past that ex-showroom sticker price. Watch how incredibly fast these mandatory costs stack up. An 8 lakh rupee car can easily balloon to over 10 lakhs on road. Why does that happen? Well, state road taxes vary wildly across the country. You might pay just 4% in Delhi, but then you're looking at a massive 20% over in Tamil Nadu. That is literally a 1.3 lakh rupee difference for the exact same vehicle, and that's before you even start factoring in your first-year insurance or RTO registration fees.
So, to keep from becoming car poor, here's your absolute golden rule. Work backwards from your monthly income. You want to aim for a 10 to 20% down payment on that final on-road price. And please, strictly keep your monthly EMI under 15% of your take-home pay. Trust me, you're going to need that leftover room for running costs like fuel, servicing, and those inevitable insurance renewals. Moving right along to step 2, choosing your perfect car. This is all about matching the metal to your actual daily lifestyle. This right here is the ultimate dilemma for anyone looking in that 5 to 10 lakh range. Do you go for a compact hatchback? They have razor-sharp handling, they're super easy to squeeze into those incredibly tight 3,800mm apartment parking spots. And honestly, they hold their value brilliantly, up to 65% resale value after 3 years. But then on the flip side, you've got micro SUVs. These give you 180+ millimeters of ground clearance to just conquer those awful monsoon potholes. Plus, you get that higher seating visibility and really strong 5-star safety ratings, which is a total game changer if you're a nervous beginner. Now, think about your commute. If you're spending an hour crawling through terrible Mumbai or Bangalore traffic every single day, an automatic transmission is practically mandatory. Paying the roughly 50,000 rupee premium for an AMT will pay for itself in just reducing your daily stress. AMTs are great if you're on a budget, but if you step up, just watch out. CVTs can give you this frustrating rubber band feeling when you try to overtake, and DCTs, while super fast, can actually overheat in heavy stop-and-go traffic. And then we have fuel types. Petrol is absolutely your safe default choice if you're driving under 15,000 kilometers a year. Now, CNG? It offers massive savings at just about 3 rupees a kilometer. But you really have to ask yourself, are you willing to spend your weekends waiting in endless pump queues? As for diesel, it's getting super risky with strict rules, like Delhi's 10-year limit. Honestly, I'd say skip diesel completely unless you basically live on the highway and rack up insane mileage. All right, on to step 3, negotiation and car finance. It is time to win the dealership battle. I want you to internalize this mantra. Walk in with a pre-approved loan from your own bank. Seriously, do not let the dealer's finance desk push these inflated NBFC loans onto you, which are usually packed with hidden penalties. When you already have pre-approval in your pocket, you are negotiating with the exact same power as a cash buyer. When we're talking about those loans, please be aware of the 7-year trap. Look, extending your loan out to 7 years definitely drops your monthly EMI by a few thousand rupees. And yeah, it looks really attractive on paper. But it's an illusion. It's actually going to cost you roughly 1.25 lakhs extra in total interest over the life of that loan. Do yourself a favor and stick to a 5-year tenure if you possibly can. Okay, time to take total control of this negotiation. First, get quotes from at least 3 different dealerships so they compete for your business. Second, flat out refuse any illegal handling or logistics charges. The Supreme Court has literally ruled that those are already covered by the ex-showroom price. Ask for corporate discounts, especially if you work at a major company like TCS, HDFC, or SBI.
Pro tip, always try to buy at the end of the month or the end of the quarter when dealers are desperate to hit their targets. Oh, and definitely skip their incredibly overpriced accessory kits.
Finally, step 4, registration and final checks. We are talking paperwork and the absolutely crucial PDI.
Now, if you work for a major corporation with offices in 4 or more states, or if you're a government employee, you need to ask about the BH series registration. This is a total bureaucratic hack. It completely eliminates that massive upfront lifetime road tax and all those interstate re-registration headaches. Instead, you just pay a much smaller 8% fee every 2 years. Just have your proof of employment ready, because RTOs are super strict about it.
Okay, the finish line is in sight, but do not let the excitement cloud your judgment. You have to insist on a thorough pre-delivery inspection, or PDI, at the stockyard before you sign that final invoice. Make sure you match the VIN and engine numbers to the invoice. Check every body panel and hinge for paint overspray. Look under the engine for any fluid leaks, and definitely ensure the odometer reads under 50 kilometers. Why be so paranoid? Because if you find a defect after the RTO has registered that car in your name, rejecting it is a literal legal nightmare.
So the next time you walk into a showroom, ask yourself, are you buying a car, or are you just letting them sell you a liability? It's time to take back control. Do the math, refuse the bad deals, and really empower yourself. Make sure to subscribe and read the full MotoMotar guide to get the exact on-road pricing for your specific city before you put any money down. Make your first car a total triumph, not a trap. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and hey, happy driving!